Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Big Bomb Tom Gaming. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're on to episode 5 this week, taking on UMass. Got the big dub last week against Washington State, and we are rolling. Haven't shown you guys the recruiting yet, so we'll dive into that. Not much has been going on, as you could probably understand. Starting off at Kent State, we don't have a lot of hours to recruit. You can see the top right corner, we only have 300 throughout the season. So these are recruits that we're going after. Niles Hag, quarterback, 3-star receiver, another 3-star receiver. Will, linebacker, 3-star free safety, and the rest are 2-stars. I'm really trying to lock down these threes, and then we got these 2 left guard 3-stars. We're in first in the running for, as you can see, every one that we've targeted. So that's good news, and hopefully we can really make some splashes in the transfer portal. So that's it for recruiting. Let's get into the game. UMass, don't want to say it's going to be an easy one because you never know. This game will game, as they say, but let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can run it up on these guys, and it's not even, you can see they're still ranked higher than us in every category. So let's get after it. Also, if you guys haven't already, please like, comment, or subscribe. It goes a long way in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys.
Glad to have you with us from Dick Stadium in Kent, Ohio. Home to the Golden
Alright, let's see what they got. We're going to adjust our defensive pitch key, option key, and RPO keys. I'm going to throw corners and speed matchups. By speed. There we go.
Kick off and we'll be underway. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive.
I should have returned. I don't know why I called the free catch.
Golden Flashes offense will go to work first. Justin, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid.
All right, here we go.
Doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him.
That's all right.
Cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Should have the tight
And
end.
a good job of coverage by that
Barry's
defense.
injured.
Short
Let me
pickup.
go back and look
Third down, and they'll need
at the
5
time frame
to
he's
keep this
out
opening
because he got
drive
hurt
moving.
last game.
From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it.
Wide open.
Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the golden flash. It's getting set on 1st and 10.
There you go. Quick 8. Quick 8.
Strength by the QB. That was an absolute bullet.
So let's take a shot. Hopefully they're playing cover 2. Looks like they are.
Still some work to do
We're
on
going to take
2nd
our
down.
shot.
They'll run to the action.
My gosh. Had him too. Got freaking bumped by that D tackle.
Room on that return to that small change.
Stepped up and got bumped.
43.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
From the shotgun, the inside kid.
That's not good.
On that play, and they find their way to to the 36.
Huge gap.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Jeez.
Let's talk for just a second about UMass. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
UMass now faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to run just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? So far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
There we go. Come on now.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting
That was huge. Come on now.
Off play action.
There we go. Come on. 3rd and long.
And the defense had that one.
3rd and 11.
Just a
They're
short
going
game
empty.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Jeez.
Caught near the sticks. It's great. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the
He was
game.
open immediately.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression,
what I get for saying an easy game.
These guys will take
This
it to the house.
game
Man, it's your job
is going
to
to
do
game
the
when it
rest,
wants
right?
to.
You hit me in stride where I don't have
As
to
they
stop
say.
running. I don't have to break it down. It makes it so easy. The connection between the quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the ground, it's Newman. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella
Newman, let's go.
When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hey, the golden flashing after exploding for that huge run. Back to work. The give on the inside. There we go. Really
Come on now. Running the ball on these guys.
At the 37.
That's what we want.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The give to the back.
There we go.
Just making a play.
Come on now.
To the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 29 Philly. 2-9.
Oof.
And the physical
That was
play there
sketchy.
forces the incompletion on first down.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. It's something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed. He can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running no routes
Did
or
not
post
mean to
routes,
do
but
that.
how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
On the double. Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Brought down
All right, we got 8.
He pulled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
Let's see. What do we want here? There it is.
Okay, ready? So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass.
Yep, there it is. Let's go. Come on now.
Extra point here would tie the game.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
He'll bring it out. It's Massey. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return
Let's get a
at
stop.
the 22.
Let's get a
Man
stop,
down
boys.
on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That's caught. It's Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient,
Nice tackle.
throwing that strike.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Fighting off the defender. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the
There we go.
So
Is that Mathis?
hard to
Yep.
bring down. What a weapon.
Huge.
When you play defensive
That was
end, it's
huge.
all about getting off the football. You can tell gets off the football really
Second and
fast, gets in
long.
the backfield.
Here we go.
Gets the running
All
back
these
open.
passing
Knows
down.
what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Gets the back moving.
Yep.
Looking downfield. And Jordan flips it out in the flat. But it's there.
Crap, they still got 11 yards.
Yeah,
they're gonna go QB sneak here.
Striking distance. The Minutemen come to the line on third and short.
Got him.
Forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against his defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try.
Wow, what a boot.
It's good. Easy call for the ref.
That was a boot.
Guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after
All right,
putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive.
There you go. First down.
And we are not going to complain.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. That throw might have been a little too high.
Too late.
Falling in and out. And wait just a
All right.
second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Okay.
So
We'll
the
take it.
officials take a closer look, and the replay booth
We
will
will take it.
overturn the call. So now it's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a free.
Oh, first down.
Gets it to the 46-yard
The run
line.
game's there.
First down for this offense. And the golden flashes are on the move.
All right.
Motion from the wide receiver. Puts Looking to throw on first down. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Slot fades. We're going to take a shot.
The golden flashes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They
had everything covered up.
Just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You know, strong safeties are known for their ability stopping the run. Not so much in pass coverage or in rushing the passer, but that strong safety there showing you all of his ability.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand.
Let's see. Let's see here.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
There it is.
First down, and they're down to the 42. And the golden flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here we go. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
He spins that thing.
Oh, he got it.
And he's got it inside the 10. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. With the run on first and goal.
There we go. Come on now.
That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job.
There we go.
That sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Sure are.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
He's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals.
That's a
You
first
get too
down.
many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that.
Caught in the backfield.
She's tackling, dude.
They've got it to the 49-yard
Wow.
line, and they'll move the chains. UMass quickly back to the line. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Finds it back in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down.
Oh, that should have been a pick.
You complete some of these hitch
What
throws
are we
early,
doing?
you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that.
That
The
should have been
receiver
pick
can
six.
pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Nice.
It's Hardy.
Sit down,
And
boy.
the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
They'll try to pick it
Let's
up.
go. Come on.
They go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big one.
Gee, this guy's got a leg.
Attempt coming. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grab here to They've got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
60-yard, there's no way.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And as if a 60-yarder wasn't tough enough, he's not even straight on. From the right hash, he'll have to unleash a beauty.
Didn't get all of it.
The official says
Could've.
good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. That's the end of the
Up by 1
quarter. That means
against
it's time
UMass.
to join
Not great.
our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent.
The Golden Flashes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Natty. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the break.
All right, here we go.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude or
This,
they've got to find a way to run the ball at
Get a
least
sack
some
here.
here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's
Or in the
important.
back.
I think running the football is an attitude.
Let's go.
The defense just simply not fully playing.
Oh, it wasn't Mathis or Cam, but somebody got him.
Man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Makes the grab.
Oh.
They bring him down.
Come on.
A solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball.
give him a
and catch
different
the
look.
sling.
This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Saves it.
Let's go.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Let's go. Come on.
Nice job reading the pass.
A different look.
This guy, unbelievable job.
Showed what, 6 on the line?
Quarterback and going and getting that.
Ended up rushing 3. Ooh. Garcia's running hard. So is Newman.
Running back comes up with a nice play. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
That was sick.
They get him down, but he was
Jump cut back inside.
Gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Come on now.
Going to
Punch
work
this thing
on
in.
2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
Yep. All day. Let's go.
The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Let's go. Now we're cooking with gas.
This guy is 2nd receiving touchdown in the game. That's your job as a coach. Find on playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Bringing it up.
Oof.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UMass offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of
Defense
the ball
starting to
this
cook.
time, Jeff.
Starting to hunt,
A lot
D.
about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part.
Oh, defense starting to hunt.
Makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Try to get
Aiden,
the action,
another
but
sack
not
today.
affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
1.5.
UMass just
1.5
trying to get
today for
some
Aiden.
of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close. Serious.
Let's go. Is that Aiden again? Jeez, dude.
14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back.
Have a day. Have a day, son.
Just couldn't do anything about it. His defensive line, his pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wants to bring it back. And the Colts team able to wrestle him
Have a
down.
wide open field to the left.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Last drive, winning 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down.
Wide open.
Over the middle, it's Garcia.
Let's go.
Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Have a day, Garcia.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them,
Big power back.
that's exactly what happens
Clock
there.
clean.
These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll keep it himself.
There it is. Come on now.
No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push.
Let's go. Let's go.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best
On our way to 6-0. Come on now.
When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets into the score.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it. Hope
Sure
for
didn't.
better fortune this time around.
They sure didn't.
RPO complete to open the drive.
Man, defense is
And just
locked.
short and safe.
Locked the
Way to
fuck
pick
in.
up a few.
It's hard to have
This half.
success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Oh,
Catch in the middle of the field. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Let's go. The offense set for a first down play.
That's a first down.
there we go.
How about this sophomore
Good open field
stopping him
tackle.
short of the first down line?
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quick handoff. Breaks the tackle. And he's down at the 41.
Popped.
That's a
Still got the first down now.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Let's go. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down.
Great tackle.
That is a big win for
Great
this
tackle.
defense as they were right
He's
there
hurt,
as soon
too.
as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense
come
is
on,
already
D.
in a world of
go,
trouble. They
D-line.
could really use a conversion. Not
Get
to
in the
mention
backfield.
multiple scores. Takes the easy completion. He gets it close to the
Yeah, they're
first
gonna
down
punt,
marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. UMass will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They knock him down after a gain of
Hit the
3
A
to
gap
the
instead of
23.
that one.
And that that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll throw it down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered.
There is.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a crease. It's and as they get into the ground,
that's all right.
clock running.
4th quarter, let's go.
Will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Kent State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass.
There we go, right over the middle. Tight end wide open.
For a nice game.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And the golden flashes start marching down the field. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. Yeah, they get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Never had a chance.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Got it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here we go. Throws it back.
Wide open. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Newton's throwing him too? Come on now.
With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility with this big lead and a 6-0 start. Oh, it's bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone. They came up about short. The UMass offense returns to the field.
Let's go.
That last drive will show on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, Dan, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Power football.
There we go.
He's got it
That's all right. That's all right.
47 after gaining 5.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, and getting the 1st down.
Back to pass. It's Jordan.
There we go. Campbell? Yeah.
And there's no mystery as to
Having
why
a
this
great
team's
year after that
losing
5-sack
today.
game.
They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another
This D-line is
example of
just
it right there.
starting to
He has
hunt.
never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure.
Another hit
Oh,
on the
it's getting
quarterback.
blown
All day
up back
long, this
there.
defense has been able to pin their ears back and get
Mathis
after this
just
guy. And because
swim
of that,
moving
he's
2
never
defenders
gotten
on his
into
way
a
to the
rhythm
quarterback.
throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing
Filthy.
here late in the 4th quarter.
Filthy.
The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on 3rd down.
Oh, red.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Big man
there on him.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game. But instead, the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
UMass quickly back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense.
There it is.
From the defense, they knock him down
Campbell.
just behind the midfield
2 sacks this game. I mean, come on. Might be the best D-line in the country right now.
On 3rd and long, you need to push it down the field.
Got a hold?
Yeah. Run him out of
100%.
bounds. Look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold on.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out.
Let's show a
They'll decline
different
the
look.
penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's in.
There it is.
And the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The give as they work on that clock.
Oh, go Garcia.
And how much running room have they been able to find just
I mean, just pounding the rock on these guys.
Unbelievable rushing stats. The Golden Flashes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he never had a chance.
Let's chew this clock and get out of here.
As soon as he got it. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Bunch of boys on the line.
Unloads quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him
All day.
First down from the 17.
That's got to be
All
demoralizing
day.
if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Working that left side now.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Kent State. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth
Oh, yeah.
quarter as they go for their
This team's starting to get hot.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Hand off from the gun.
There we go.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move
Defense
on,
pitches
turn
a
the page
shutout
to the next
in
game
the second
because
half.
things just have not been going their way, throwing or running.
Boys are hitting, coming up and hitting. Love
All
that.
season long, we've been watching this defense
Love
dominate
that.
against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Finally,
Come on, defense, get a sack.
signs of life from this offense, which is
You guys want to keep throwing the ball? Get a sack.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Last pass
All over that.
is incomplete.
Great win. Great dub, boys. Let's go.
They reeled off 6 straight to start
Come on
the
now.
season.
Defense pitched a shutout in the second half. Let's go. Oh, and Newman also threw one.
What a great way to start.
Also
the season.
threw one,
The
and
best
caught
way
one.
possible,
I
right?
mean,
Like 6-0.
let's go.
Taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's another episode of our series, Can We Win a Natty with the worst team in the game? Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys are liking the content. If you're not, leave a comment that you're not liking and tell me what I can change if you want to see something change. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a good one. Late.